Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the front stoop. It's your boy Simeon, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel right now. Ring that notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I go live, drop a video, or post in my community section. We're gonna have a good show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Not a whole lot of stuff, but we got some stuff to talk about. Because we're all quarantined in right now, dealing with this coronavirus. So, we might as well talk music, talk hip-hop, you feel me? MH, what's popping with you, my brother? How you feeling? So we might as well talk hip-hop since we're quarantined and we can't go anywhere. You see my man Scarface? You guys know Scarface. Scarface. He's got the coronavirus. Couple people out there got the coronavirus, man. Carl Anthony Towns, his mom, she's got the coronavirus, and they're dealing with something with the family there. Obviously, that's a tough thing. You know what I'm saying? And we'll listen to both of those guys. You know, we'll talk about Joyner Lucas, man. Joyner Lucas is dropping an album tonight, actually, at midnight. Well, not tonight, I guess tomorrow. Dropping an album at midnight. I'm assuming it's at midnight, called ADHD. He had a track. We'll listen to the track. It's called Will. I actually take a look at the video too. I don't want YouTube to shut me down, so you know we'll try to plug it in there, you know, somehow, some way. You feel me? Yeah, and made Ghetto Boys. Ghetto Boys was the joint. You know, that was my group. That was I like Ghetto Boys. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we'll take it back real old school. And we'll talk about Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying? Slim Thug, yes, the Public Enemy. Slim Thug also has the coronavirus, man. So what we're going to do, man, this coronavirus is affecting everything. You know what I mean? It's affecting everything at, you know, people losing stocks and all kinds of wild stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Coronavirus. It's not a joke. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully everybody's taking care of themselves and doing the things that you got to do. I got my man Guillermo in the chat, you know, so, you know, we're going to talk about some things, you know. Now, let me get my man over here. Then we'll go ahead and get this thing rocking. You see Guillermo right there, you know. Guillermo, what's good with you, brother? How you feeling?
Good, man. Chilling, bro.
Yeah.
Make some food. I'm kind of hungry as hell, but
what you cooking, man?
Everything's good.
What you cooking?
Salmon and brown rice.
Okay, all right. That's what's up.
Trying to be slightly healthy after eating like crap for the past few days, because you know, it's been lazy. But
I feel you trying to be healthy. Hey, that's the way to go about it. You gotta at least try to be healthy, especially during these times, right? It's easy to stack up and buy a bunch of cheap food. Right?
If you see the crap that's on top of my fridge, I'm like, why the hell did I stack up on all this garbage? It's the worst thing. It's like panic. Just, I don't want to say panic, but it's like everyone, gotta go to the store and buy crap, and then you end up buying absolute garbage for no freaking reason. It's like,
right.
Just stick to what you were doing before. So
yeah, I feel you.
Hey, that's the way to go about it. You gotta at least try to be healthy, especially during these times, right? It's easy to stack up.
Let me mute Big Freezy. Big Freezy had us going double time there. So
yeah,
check this out, man.
Yo, Big Freezy, mute the video.
Oh, he muted it?
I think he muted
okay, so look, man, this whole thing got everybody quarantined and locked in right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, quarantined and locked in, you got to make sure you're doing the right things while you're locked in. You know, obviously, you know, you hear all the stuff all the time about the social distance and about, you know, keeping your hands clean and all that stuff. But there's other things you got to do. You got to exercise. You got to find some way to exercise, right, while you're locked in. So you may have to go the prison route. Right? You might have to go the prison route. That might be what you got to do, man.
Yeah, man.
Right? You know, get on your sit-ups, get on your push-ups. You know what I'm saying? If you got a little bar you can connect to your door, jump on there and do some pull-ups. Jog in place.
51 blocks? 51,
something, man.
What is it?
You know, hang your feet off the bed, do some push-ups. You know what I'm saying? You should come out of these next few weeks big. Come out of these next few weeks big. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know, come out swole. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta do.
Man.
That's what you gotta do. 11 o'clock at night, man. Gamo's finally cooking dinner. Sound like my household.
It's weird. It's like when you don't have I don't have to physically go to work, so it's like my whole food schedule is thrown off. Like it's awkward. I can't function without I have to like function a different way now that I'm staying home for like the most part.
Yeah, I feel you.
Basically all of it.
I feel you. So look, man, and it keeps popping up on my screen. Scarface has coronavirus.
Yeah.
I was watching the video.
Yeah.
Did you watch the video?
Nah, but I saw something. I saw an alert that said that he has it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, man. Scarface has the coronavirus, and I'm about to play this video. It's him and Willie D, right? And he looks bad. He looks real bad, man. Check this out. This is Scarface and Willie D talking about Scarface's experience contracting coronavirus.
As y'all know, this coronavirus is out of control. People getting in left and right. I went to see my friend right here, Conrad, my partner in rhyme, Scarface, at the hospital a few days ago. And, he was, being tested, and all that kind of stuff. And we had high hopes that he'd be all right. And just today, he got the unfortunate news that he had contracted COVID-19. So, needless to say, this right here, this took the wind out of me. So I talked to him about it, and I said, well, do you, how do you feel about, letting the people know? And he was like, shit, let them know. So here we are. Brad, how you feel, man?
Yeah, they call him Brad now.
Like this whole 3 weeks has been an ordeal, Will, and like it's the craziest shit I've ever done and seen in my life. Like I've been to the point where I just felt like I was gonna die, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I threw up so much until it was just like hot. Like hot sauce. Like your gases and shit in your stomach, your acids is hot. I didn't have no food in my stomach, man. It was just coming up like bile, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't breathe, Will. I mean, you came in and you see how they covered you up, man, like I was fucking hazmat, bro. You was there.
Yeah.
I was hazmat, homie.
Yeah.
And, it took that wasn't my first test I took. They lost my test some kind of way. And then they found, they swabbed me again right before I left and called me last night about 11:30 and said I had, coronavirus.
Now, that's what happened. Because I was wondering, like, why in the hell did it take so long?
Right?
Like, what was
you come out of the hospital, bro? What day was that you came by?
I'm trying to figure out. I think it was like 10 days ago, right?
Okay, so they couldn't find it.
Yeah.
But that ain't nothing, bro. This the coldest cap of it all. Like the hospital rooms didn't have toilets. They had your shit was under the cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Like the jailhouse. Like you pull it open and a metal toilet pop out. I was like, man, this ain't my life, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the feeling really, really, really bad, Will. And it started off with pneumonia in both of my lungs, right? And 3-4 days later, my kidneys failed. And 3 or 4 days after that, they tell me I can't move. I'm quarantined.
Right.
Well, now I can't go and see my.
I don't know what happened there, but I'm gonna get back. But anyway, Willie D, just learning how to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to Willie D. Anyway, in the whole clique. The whole clique over there in Houston. But Scarface looked and sounded bad, man. He sounded real bad. And said his kidneys. I mean, geez, his kidneys failed. Big Freezy, man. What you think, man? This hey, Big Freezy, man. This coronavirus getting everybody, man. Scarface sound like he was on the way out.
Hey.
Sound like we was about to lose him.
Yeah, he sound like he got 1 foot in the grave, the other one on the roller skate.
Yeah, man. You know? Sound like we was about to lose him. Said his kidneys failed and everything. That same thing happened to my mother years ago. I think I told the story already, but happened years ago, about 10, 12 years ago. She contracted some kind of pneumonia that nobody knew how she got it or what it was, and they was treating her for tuberculosis. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that, so they were giving her whatever kind of medicine for tuberculosis, and then her kidneys failed. And when I had to go visit her, same thing. They made me get in a hazmat suit. I couldn't bring my daughter to go visit her because, you know, she was a child. It's crazy, man.
Hey, she all right?
Oh, yeah, she's good now. This was years and years ago.
Good.
Yeah, she's good now, but this was this was about 12 years ago. But, you know, she was like on her, and they didn't know. They finally came out and said, you know, not came out, but they said it was a community pneumonia. She just got it from the community somewhere, somehow, because she wasn't around anybody who had it. Just somehow she contracted it from somebody, and she was on her deathbed, man, real close.
Well, long as she's straight, man. I be praying, man. Look, I be talking that noise on here, but I be praying for the whole world, dog, for stuff like this not to happen to a group or individual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. This is wild, but I'm glad your mom's is doing all right. Mom Dukes, man, is doing all right.
She's
man.
doing good.
Scarface looked like he got 1 foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel. Dog.
Man, yeah, definitely, man. He looked like he was. I guess he's good now. He's quarantined. You know what I'm saying? He's home quarantine. He's good, I guess, but he was rough. Looked like he was rough, man. This thing is not a joke. Man.
Don't that make you feel old, man? When dudes your age, you see him go through stuff like this, and it make you feel like you mortal, man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy. And, you know, Scarface, man, you know, he was running for office.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was running for office. I guess, you know, he didn't. So he's no longer really going by Scarface, although that video did show Scarface. He's not really going by Scarface as much. You know, he's using his first name, Brad, because he's kind of done rapping. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to hear him get back and drop a verse or something sometime, but, you know.
Right. Yeah. Hey, man, when you grow up, man, when you start getting older, that stuff you used to do when you 17 and 18 don't have the same appeal when you 50.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. The Public Enemy said we just lost Bushwick Bell. Exactly. Can't afford to lose another one, man. And he said Face had health problems before this. That makes it even worse. Yeah, he did. He did.
Right. And he was dealing with mental illness, serious, hard, man, hard.
That's why the last album that he dropped was dope, because he talked about it a lot on the last album.
Yo, I gotta check that out, man.
Yeah, man, you got to check that out, man. He talked about his mental illness a lot on the last album. Matter of fact, the lead single, and I'm gonna bring that up there. It looks like Guillermo got his salmon on the broil. You know what I mean?
Right.
If that's the way he's cooking it, I'm assuming that's the way he's cooking
it. Hey.
But I'm. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, shout out to Guillermo, man. Me and this dude, we like. First of all, y'all know I love Guillermo. That's why I always jump on when he be on. Man, see what I mean? Nah, he'll say something so opposite from what I'm thinking at the time. Not saying what I'm thinking at the time is right. I'm just saying I'm in a certain mindset, and he may say something, and it'll be counter to what I'm thinking. And so I'm like, yo, what is this cat thinking about? And so I'll say something to him, And then he'll tell the world like, yo, Big Freezy, yo, Uncle Freezy is my personal troll.
Mortal enemies, man. I'm joking.
Nah, man, we good. We super Gucci.
But Scarface last album was called Deeply Rooted, man.
Okay.
Pretty tough.
I never knew he had I'm sorry, cut you off. I never knew he had mental issues.
Yeah, man.
I looked at him because he lost a lot of weight, and usually people, when they lose a lot of weight, it's two things. One, it could be HIV, and then the other is that it's usually kidney problems. So I don't know if he had kidney problems before, but it seems like this coronavirus is weird. It taps into like whatever your immune system was trying to protect itself from before, it just destroys it, and then whatever you had that's pre-existing, it just comes out violently, which is relatively scary. You know what I mean? Because there's some people, some guys, there are young people who have died from this. Old people died from this. There's old people still alive who have it. There are young people that have it who are alive who are perfectly fine. So it's like, I don't know. And then now they're coming out like everything's all over the place. Like there was one guy from like Imperial College who revised his death rate from like 500K to like 20K in Europe that's expected to die. Because like no one has a real grasp on this. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, on the other hand, it's like if you look at like there was a piece from, I think it was in the Wall Street Journal today, and they're talking about how it's not as serious as people was making, because the thing about it is that like what they're taking the stats from, they're taking it from the total number of cases. So like just people who have it versus the infection rate, right? So the infection rate, the total number of cases would be like, all right, say God forbid, let me have using by here. Say person A had it from 5 years ago, right? Or 2 years ago, or a year ago, right? They just say, oh yeah, he has coronavirus. So we'll take whatever his stats are and add that in with everybody else versus I just contracted the coronavirus. What's going to happen to me now? Because, and this is a good thing, hope for humanity. If that's the case, that we're just taking it from a lot of cases, that coronavirus has been out there for a while, that means there are a lot more people who are recovering. It also means a lot more people who are developing immunities to it, right? That like if you had it for a year, and not say you're perfectly fine, but if you're relatively healthy, and it's like, oh crap, you just found out you had it, but you had it for like a year or so, and you're healthy, you expose it to other people. That also means that people around you have been exposed to it, and if they're not dying, dropping like flies, that means that they're relatively, they're adjusting to it, which is a good thing. So I don't know, man. I mean, we're talking about Scarface obviously because he's a very important figure in hip hop, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I know,
very
man.
Conflicted and confused.
It's crazy, and the numbers. Obviously, the numbers that we're picking up now, like United States right now has the most cases in the world.
Right.
I'm saying the most cases in the world. So, but the numbers that we're picking up now, these people have had it already. These aren't new cases. They've had it for they had it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever. We're just now doing the testing. So. But anyway, that album was dope, man. That Scarface album was dope. It's called Deeply Rooted. Matter of fact, here's the I don't want to play the alternate version. I want to play the regular version. Came out in 2017, so he hasn't dropped the album in a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was a dope album. Real dope album. So actually it came out 2000. When did it come out? Maybe it came out. Well, so there's an alternate version in 2017, and then he came out with Deeply Rooted in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, but this one joint, Mental Exorcism. I was in love with this song, man.
Dope soul on the cut, make our ends meet. Fuck broke, it ain't an option, penitentiary. Or the grave is the only way we fall back. Do our time, ATW, then crawl back. To them streets where we come from, toward life. Look alive, little niggas better walk right. Real with it, quick trigger finger gunplay. I only know how to deal with these niggas one way. And someday I swear to God I'ma change that. but I can't cause some evil demons came back. And when I'm high, y'all, I can't explain what it feels like, wishing I could die and just in the pain. Man, I've been a loyal dude, and you can trust that. But loyalty versus greed equals fuck that. I need to talk, but it ain't no one to listen. Lost inside of mental exorcism.
Sometimes I close my eyes, trying to hide from the pain. Things in my past to catch in my fast, to life against the grain.
Yeah, that's just a little piece of it right there. But it was a pretty dope album, man. Pretty dope album. Been a while.
Man.
Miss Scarface, though.
That dude. Hey, did y'all notice he hitting like the ABCs of how a lyricist is supposed to flow?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like that dude delivery is nice.
Yeah, man.
That dude voice is nice.
Right.
He talk about something, and he's a technician.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, hopefully, man, everybody can stay safe and you know, we don't have to, who knows what's going to happen, man. I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, man. But, you know, talking about, I guess we could take it from, you know, we could take it from old school. We'll come up to new school. Did you hear about that Big Daddy Kane is going to drop Self-Destruction 2? He's working on Self-Destruction 2. Oh, I forgot I'm talking to Big Freezy. I forgot all about that, Guillermo. Really, I didn't even think about it.
Man. But you know what, Sim? I agree with Big Freeze, man. I don't know. I don't know if he should be dropping something.
It's just gonna be one song. It's gonna be one song. It's not gonna be an album. It's gonna be a song.
I understand, but
what?
First of all, how does he drop Self-Destruction 2 when Self-Destruction belongs to KRS? I'm just asking.
Yo,
I mean, I don't know.
Look, that's a good point.
I don't know.
And Kumo D had the best verse. To me, he had the best.
I don't know. So
secondly,
here's the article.
The last time we saw this dude, he had on purple satin and something on his wrist looking all you know what I'm saying, questionable. I mean, he better be dog.
I mean, so here's the article. Here's the article. Right? It says the song back in the day was produced by King D Nice, right? And it starred, of course, big KRS-One, you know, Boogie Down Productions. It was you know, KRS-One, D Nice, Miss Melody, Stetsasonic was on the joint. Cool Mo D, MC Light, Dougie Fresh, Just Ice, Heavy D, Public Enemy, all them guys was on the joint, right?
Right.
And it was, you know, it was a big joint. Went to #1, the whole Stop the Violence movement. You know what I mean? And anybody that's new, that's in any young guys that's in the chat, you know what I mean? I'm gonna play some of the song. It was a dope song. I might have just played the whole thing. We'll see, right? But right now,
play Kumo D's part, please. That's the best. That's the best. That's the coldest verse on that whole song.
And you know what? It's not even Big Daddy Kane. It's Daddy O. I don't know why I said Big Daddy Kane. I don't know why I thought Big Daddy Kane. It's Daddy O. Right? So basically the plan is this, right? It's being produced by, I seen the Daddy and I just thought Big Daddy Kane. But it's being produced by DJ Premier, Large Professor, and Pete Rock.
Wow, son. That's crazy.
Actually, it's more than that. It's DJ Premier, Large Professor, Pete Rock, Marley Marl, Easy Mo B, KG, Tramp, and Rockwilder all working together to build the beat.
Wow, that's crazy.
That might be a lot of cooks in the kitchen, man.
That's what I'm thinking. That's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people.
They all distinct too. And the thing about it, Sim, if you're making a Self-Destruction, you gotta use the young kids. You gotta have the young kids in there, because when Self-Destruction was made back in the day, that included that was basically all the young kids, all the rappers who were hot at the time. No offense, these guys, most guys are legends or, you know, whatever. But you gotta, if you're talking about Self-Destruction, obviously me talking about Lean, you know, Fatherless Home, stuff like that, you gotta somehow incorporate some of these younger guys. That means younger producers, and they have to be invested in this so the message gets out to the youth. Because I mean, you know what I mean?
So I mean, you know, he's basically Daddy-O said he's gonna give assignments to the artists, right, and what they want them to write about. And he said it's not gonna be the original cast of rappers. So I'm assuming that he's gonna get some new young fresh blood on there. You got to.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get some new, young, fresh blood in order for, and if you wanted to, listen, back in the day, it soared to number one. I can't see it soaring to number one today unless you brought in, like, you know, some people might hate, whatever. But if you brought in Kanye West, had him producing the track or helping to produce the track with some of these guys, he has the name that people are going to be like, okay, let me check it out. You know, you get the Kendrick Lamar's and J. Cole's and Drake on the track. You know what I'm saying? Word. You know, then, you know, you'll get the attention. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? I don't know why I automatically went to Big Daddy Kane. Now I got to take him off.
It's going to be tough because the new rappers associate themselves with drugs so much that it's like, you know, you're going to have some kid like a little zany or a little, and it's like, well, his whole career is done or his persona is done if he puts on an anti-drug, you know, song. Like, you know, I would never, even back then, you know, even though it was before his time, I would never envision a Raekwon on a self-destruction type of song because it's like, that's his persona. You know, even if he's not a drug addict, and a lot of these kids aren't, some of these kids aren't even drug addicts. They just rap as if they are. So, I don't know. I just don't want it to come off like old people preaching to the youth. You know,
I don't think it's going to be old people. I think it's going to be younger rappers. I mean,
it's being led by a lot of older producers, and the young rappers. You know, who you gonna get? You gonna get Fabio or something like?
I think he's going to get. I mean, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. I'm positive those two guys would be on it. Right. Probably Drake could be on it.
No.
You know, come on,
Drake
man.
will not be on this end.
Why not?
Drake. Yeah.
Why not?
Drake goes with what's cool, but J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar could go with what's conscious and rock with that, and it won't look. You know, they could take that chance, but Drake, unless the whole industry, everybody was wearing dashikis and Malcolm X hats, like. Drake is not going to do something that's not going to make him popular or even more popular with the pop crowd. The pop crowd.
I disagree. I think he'll do it. I disagree. I mean, I think he'll do it. I think he'll do it.
Drake is not going to do this. I'll bet you $10 Drake is not going to do this.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to ask him. If they asked him, I think he would do it. The one person that Daddy-O said he wanted to be on there was Rakim, because Rakim wasn't on the first one. How do you do a self-destruction track and Rakim is not on the track?
Yo, back in the day, he was heated about that. He like, how y'all gonna make a song like this? And I've been talking.
He really was.
Yes. And he said, "Yo, I've been talking this for 2 albums, and then y'all do it, and y'all don't even invite me."
Exactly.
You know why, Big Freezy and everybody, Sim Triborough? Yeah. I think that they probably didn't want him to outshine everybody. Which is sad because it should be a song about a message.
Because he would have.
Because Rakim is the same thing like at the end of the symphony when you had Big Daddy Kane. Don't get me wrong. You had some people had some nice verses on there, but Big Daddy Kane kind of flushed it out. And you just sometimes they just
get your ass on it.
First of all, I like Coogee Rap's verse the best, but Big Daddy Kane killed it. But I'll say this is how disgusting is. Rakim to me, he seems like a purist in terms of he would have been down for it. I don't know his person. I don't know him personally, but I feel like he would have been humble about it. Like, yo, he's all for it. And you got a bunch of other rappers who act like they're there to, you know, for the cause, and they don't put. I didn't know they didn't put it that. You know, that was the case because that now it makes me look at that whole song in a whole different light, bro.
Yo, I seen an interview with Rakim, and he was heated. He wanted to be on the track. But nobody even asked him. No one came to him to say, "Yo, why?" Like, why? Right. You know, came to him to see, you know, could he be on the track? He said that. In the interview, he said that he came like he. I guess him and KRS kind of talked about it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was kind of mad at KRS for a minute.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. For not getting him on the track.
And KRS One probably had one of his convoluted want to be conscious reasons as to why he didn't put. That's a good point. Yeah, why the hell wouldn't you put Rocky?
Hey, Guillermo, but guess who else wasn't in the booth?
What, Big Daddy Kane?
LL. LL wasn't.
But see, I'm telling you, it was. But I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was a Queens thing.
But hear me out though.
It was still
LL is he ghost wrote for 2 people on that. He was there. He was there and he ghost wrote for 2 people. He wrote MC Light verse and I think he wrote Heavy D. I think Heavy D verse or somebody verse he wrote on that. So he was there with them. He just didn't want to be on the joint.
Oh, so he did. Oh, okay.
He did not want to be on the joint.
That's the Drake thing. You don't want to be associated with something that might make your image look corny to your core audience or your base audience.
But
LL Cool J was a Drake, and he was a Drake of that time. He was, what Drake is now. So, like I said, it'll be hard for me to see Drake coming on this track unless, a bunch of white kids in Connecticut and freaking Wyoming start wearing, back to Africa, like beads and all that stuff, and they down with the cause, and that's the only way.
I don't think so. I mean, I look at it. I mean, I don't think so. I think he'll do it. I think he'll do it if he's approached. You know what I'm saying?
I think also it would be cool that if they incorporate other cities like Atlanta, like get T.I., get Outkast, well not Outkast, get Big Boy.
Big Gip.
Yeah, Big Gip.
Goody Mob.
Killer Mike, like if they could incorporate like, maybe Weezy from New Orleans and The Game from Cali, like other artists around.
I'm sorry, hold up. Try. So hold up. So Weezy's gonna do the song with lean in his cup and glasses in the video.
I can guarantee you Weezy will do it too.
But Weezy would he would come there high. It's like, yo, bro.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that Weezy ain't a good dude, but it's like there's certain guys that's like, all right, come on, you're getting Weezy.
Bunch of New York rappers burn. No, come on, man.
No. I'm not taking that away from. I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying there's certain people that's like, all right, he smokes weed. It's okay. It's whatever. But what I mean? If Devin the dude want to do it, it's like, all right, you understand.
But we don't know what it's going to be about though, because like back then, that self-destruction was about stopping the violence. So it didn't matter if they was smoking weed or whatever, right? They would talk about stopping the violence.
Like white beaters,
right? They were talking about stopping gun violence. I don't know what it's going to be about now. What's it going to be about today?
It has to be about Molly and the drug culture. And fatherless homes and stuff like that, because that's what's those are the biggest issues that we're facing. Obviously, other issues. Even back then, there were other issues back then. But it's like if you hear about Juice WRLD, all these young artists killing themselves or committing suicide or overdosing. It's like, that's what I could think of. I'm just waiting. Sim, I'm telling you, I'm just waiting for. You said Drake. I'm just waiting for.
I didn't say he was going to be on it.
I highly doubt it.
I didn't say he was going to be on it. I don't even know if
80 writers for him. Anyway,
I don't even know if
all the people on the song are going to write for him on the same song.
I don't even know if they're going to ask him. I guess he already has. Daddy O already has people figured out who he wants to ask. So I don't even know if he's going to ask him.
They didn't give color, right? They didn't give color any other potential artists yet, right? So
they didn't say any potential artists or nothing like that. They just all he said is that the only one that he really wants to be on the project is Rakim. I can guarantee Rakim would do it now.
Yeah,
he'll do it now.
Rakim would have done it back then.
I think he's over. I think he's over being upset about it though. He was upset. Right. He was upset. I was watching the interview. He was upset about it. You know what I'm saying?
And side note, has anyone ever heard of like a story of Rakim screwing over anybody in the industry? I'm just asking because.
Nah, man. Rakim is a solid dude.
Only guys I've probably heard never.
Rakim is a solid dude.
Nah. Yeah, Rakim is a man.
Rakim's first career, he wanted to be a football player. He wanted to play football. And he was the star quarterback in high school on his team. He was the dude, right? But he's like 5'8" or whatever he is. And he was like, but he wanted to go to college and play football until Eric B came to his door and was like, yo, let's do this, because I guess he was doing little songs and tapes and things like that. But he wasn't serious about it. And then Eric B was like, yo, let's do this. And that was it. Football dreams went out the door. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Football
Can you believe
dreams
how young he is though, compared to the rest of that group though? My man was like 16 and them dudes was like 20, 21, and my man was holding his own with all of them.
Who, Rakim?
Rakim, right.
Yeah,
right.
man. So let me see. Let's take a listen to the Stop the Violence. Just for those who have not heard it or seen it, you know, we're gonna check it out right now. Stop the Violence. This joint was mad dope back in the day. There's no doubt about it. You know what I mean? This is and I'm gonna play the video. This is Stop the Violence, y'all. Let me mute these guys in the background so you guys can hear it clearly. And I'm gonna get back to you guys here in the chat as soon as we finish checking out this video. Here it is.
We all agreed tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction.
Well, today's topic, self-destruction. It really ain't the rap audience that's bugging. It's one or two suckers, ignorant brothers, trying to rob and steal from one another. You get caught in the mid. So to crush that stereotype, here's what we did. We got ourselves together so that you could unite and fight for what's right. Not negative cause. The way we live is positive. We don't kill our relatives.
Pop, 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 when it's shot, who's to blame? Headline, front page, and raps the name. MC Delight here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time.
Took a brother's life with a knife, that's why you cried.
God, she died. Oh, I was death as we left his very last breath. As I checked to watch your step. Back in the 60s, my young cities were hit. How could you gangbang? I never ever.
Clan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man, cause that's
self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Funky fresh dressed to impress, ready to party. Money in your pocket, dying to move your body. To get inside, you pay the whole $10. Scotch tape with a razor blade taped to your collar. Leave the guns in the crack and the knobs alone. MC Lights on the microphone, bum rushing and pushing, snatching and taxing. I cram to understand why brothers don't be maxing. There's only one disco, they'll close one more. You ain't guarding the door, so what you got a gun for? Do you rob the rich and give to the poor? Yo, daddy-o. School some more.
This straight from the mouth.
Of why?
And daddy-o.
Do a crime.
End up in jail and gotta go.
Cause you could do crime and get paid today.
And tomorrow you're behind bars in the worst way.
Far from your family.
Cause you're locked away.
Now tell me.
Do you really think crime pays?
Scheming on taking what your brother had?
you little sucker.
You talking all that jazz.
It's time to stand together in a unity. Cause if not, then we're soon to be self-destroyed, unemployed. The rap race will be lost without a trace or a clue. But what to do is stop the violence and kick the science down the road that we call eternity, where knowledge is formed and you learn to be self-sufficient, independent. To teach to each is what rap intended, but society wants to invade. So do not walk this path that they laid. It's
self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction.
D-Nice, break it down like this.
Children growing, women producing, men go working, some do stealing.
Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction. Self-destruction.
I'm Miss Melody and I'm a born again rebel. The bounce in rap must cease and settle. If we want to develop and grow to another level, we can't be guinea pigs for the devil. The enemy knows they're no fools because everyone knows the hip hop rules. So we gotta get a grip and grab what's real. The opposition is weak and rap is strong.
This is all about, no doubt, to stop violence. But first, let's have a moment of silence. Swing. Things been stated, re-educated, evaluated. Thoughts of the past have faded. The only thing left is the memories of our belated. And I hate it when someone dies to get all hurt up for a silly gold chain by chump. Word. word up. It doesn't make you a big man. And you want and go and dish your brother, man. And you don't know that's part of the plan. Why? Because rap music is in full demand. Understand? Self-destruction. Self-destruction.
My name is Just Ice, a man, not a prankster. I was known as the gangster. But believe me, that is no fun. The time is now to unite everyone. You don't have to be soft to be for peace. Robbing and killing and murdering is the least. You don't have to be chained by the beast. But party people, it's time I release.
Hey yo, here's the situation. Idiocy, nonsense, violence, not a good policy. Therefore, we must ignore fighting, fussing. Heaven's at the door, so there'll be no bum rushing. Let's get together because we're falling apart. I heard a brother shot another, it broke my heart. I don't understand the difficulty, people. Love your brother, treat him as an equal. They call us animals, I don't agree with them. I'll prove it wrong, but right is what you're proving them. Take heed before I leave to what I'm saying, or we'll all be on our knees praying.
Heavy deep in the heart of the matter. The self-destruction is served on a platter, making a date, not failing to anticipate. They got greedy, so they fell for the bait. That makes them a victim, picked and plucked. New jack in jails, but to the vets they're a duck. There's no one to rob, cause in jail you're a number. They never took the time to wonder about self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction.
Yes, we urge to merge. We live for the love of our people, the hope they get along.
Yeah, so we did a song.
Getting the point to our brothers and sisters who don't know the time.
Boy, so we gonna ride.
Instead in your heads, you know our job to build and collect ourselves with intellect. To revolve, to evolve to self-respect. Cause we got to keep ourselves in check, or else it's self-destruction. Head for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Head for self-destruction.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was the joint. It's going to be hard to top that and make something that's just as good. You know, hard for me to see that happening. You know, because that, you know, his joint was pretty dope, but I don't know. We'll see. Freezy, what you think, man? Can they make it just as good?
Hey, man. I doubt it, bro. I doubt it, man. I love that joint, man. You know, but then again, though, I'm the old school representative. So everybody in the chat gonna be like, Big Freezy gonna say, "Can nothing top the good old days, man?" But that joint right there was fire.
Yeah, I just
don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can top it, because what sound are you gonna use? What sound are you gonna use?
Yeah. Yo, you know what? There was some samples in there from the artist's top songs, like towards the end of their verse,
right?
And so they sampled like, yeah. And so how do you top something, you know, that's as witty as that? I don't know, man.
I mean, like, how do you? I mean, with the producers they got, I guess somebody can come up with something, but you know, with today's, like, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. I don't know if you can. I don't know. Guess we're gonna have to find out.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because you got your finger on the pulse of good produced music. Do you think this should be more of a project instead of just a single?
That could be. That could be a good idea. You do it more of a project. You know what I'm saying? And you know, maybe Self-Destruction 2 is the title track, but you know, and you got whatever artists on there, and then you have, you know, a whole compilation album. But if that's the case, we're never gonna see it come to light, because if you're gonna try to get all these artists on there, you got to work out all the contract details and all of that. It's tough.
Good point. Good point, man.
So, you know,
that's why I asked, because I didn't even think about that right there, man. Yeah, that's a good point, man.
Yeah, you know,
you would think they would just do it for free and donate the money to somebody, but
you know, yeah. I mean, you know, you never know. I mean, you never know. They could, but I don't think it'll get done. We'll see. I'm anxious to see, man. If it comes out, when it comes out, I'm anxious to see. You know, I've seen the chat. I see people talking about Joyner Lucas. You know what I'm saying? And because he's got an album coming out. I don't know if it's going to drop at midnight. I guess it's going to drop at midnight. It's called ADHD. You know, and his first single is called Will. You know, basically based on Will Smith. Right? Triborough, have you listened to it?
I haven't listened to Joyner Lucas since like his first album, like when he had like that controversial song, and then he was on TMZ talking about it. But I haven't really checked a lot of his stuff out yet.
Yeah. I'm not like a super fan. I respect his music. You know what I mean? I've seen him do some stuff where he can do some lyrical acrobats. Some stuff that's maybe not released on albums and stuff where, he's done some good stuff. I'm anxious to see, what's on there, what it's gonna sound like. I listened to that Will song a little bit, but I don't know what it was about. I just listened to like maybe 30 seconds of it. Then I had to go on and do something else. So I don't know what it's gonna be about. I'm anxious to see what the album's gonna be about. What you guys, Freezy, you know anything about Joyner Lucas?
No, not really. Not really. I don't believe I've ever heard anything from him. If I have, I can't recall it.
Okay. You probably haven't heard anything on the radio or nothing like that.
Right.
Yeah. Guillermo, I think I know your take on Joyner Lucas. Go ahead.
What's my take on Joyner Lucas?
You're not impressed with him. There's not many people you're impressed with, but
that's not true.
But go ahead. Just go ahead.
You see how he antagonizes me? I'm being so peaceful. I'm pacifist right now. I mean, Joyner Lucas. Look, I think he's a talented artist, but I think he's kind of corny.
What'd I tell you?
No. Not necessarily because of his skill. Like, for instance, I don't like Lupe Fiasco, but he's not. He's talented. But I'm not a fan of his. But the thing about Joyner Lucas to me, especially after that, I'm Not a Racist video, I was like, all right, I see where this guy's going. He's corny for that. Like, that thing just rubbed me the wrong way. I've heard other songs by him, but I don't know. I couldn't vibe with him, especially after that. I'm not, because he just tried to make it seem like it's on both sides. And it's like, no, dude, it's not. I'm not going to sit there and apologize and, try to come halfway with a bigot. Like, he's just doing that stuff to kind of appeal to a certain audience. I just thought that was kind of corny. So, and I mean, overall, I haven't listened to Will Smith's song. I actually saw clips of the video, but I like he's when he's changing the clothes in the back, whatever. But I like the sound wasn't on, but then I just didn't even watch the video. I just switched over to listen to West Side Gun. But yeah, I mean, it's whatever with that dude. I'm not trying to kill him. If the song's good, I'll give him praise. But I just he's whatever to me.
Exactly what I say.
Nah, but you make it seem like I think that he's not talented. I actually think he is talented.
I didn't say that. Music. There's a lot of people that's talented, but
No. Because Sim was gonna try to make it seem like, he ain't nice like Rock. I know what Sim was trying to do.
Like
Sim
who?
was trying to start shit. Sim was trying to start shit.
Last night he was saying that I put words in his mouth. Now he's putting words in my mouth, right? I did not. But now you're putting words in my mouth. You straight up just said Simeon was gonna say, or was gonna make it like that. You just said Simeon was gonna make it like.
I'll admit I am doing that because I already see the direction. I wasn't gonna make it like nothing. Once I said that, that Joyner Lucas is talented, then you didn't really have an angle to say, you don't really match it with Rock and MF Doom.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about Rock or MF Doom. I wasn't even thinking about those guys. I don't sit around and think about those guys all day long.
You see, this vitriol. Just play the song, man. You see, your aura is just terrible, man.
What? All I said is I don't sit around and think about those dudes all day long. Somebody said
getting jiggy with it. Joyner Lucas. His name is corny too, man.
Can't get jiggy with this. I had somebody send me. Somebody sent me an album. No, somebody sent me something on Twitter, right? And they want me to. I don't know what he wants me to do. He sent me something on Twitter, and he asked me, can I retweet it? And I think he wants to be MF Doom.
MF Doom?
Huh?
His name is Mr. Z-Note. I might play a little bit of it. I haven't heard of it. I haven't heard it at all.
Well, I mean, his name was Zev Love X.
Yeah.
Mr. Z-Note.
This dude is named Mr. Z-Note. He's walking down the street with a mask on.
Is it thing on YouTube?
Yeah. It's on YouTube. It's called Mr. So don't put a period. It's just MRZNOTE dash back up. I haven't listened to it at all, so I don't know. But I'm gonna play it.
Zoom. This is not Doom. I'm looking at it right now.
No, I'm not saying it is Doom. I'm saying this kid, whoever
I
it
think
is.
You said he was Doom.
No,
I'm
said
sorry,
he
my bad. I think you said that
be.
it was Doom. My bad, man.
No, I said he wants to be.
Imitating, kind of.
Oh, imitate. I'm sorry. My
said
bad. My
he
bad.
wants to be Doom. I don't know.
Got you.
I haven't listened to it, so I don't know what it is. I'm gonna listen to it tonight, though. So let's check out this song from Joyner Lucas. I didn't really get a chance to hear it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know what it's about. When I seen him doing all the Will Smith stuff, I was like, I don't know what that is. So I didn't really care to listen to the entire thing. But let's see what it's about. I guess it's number 1 on YouTube or something like that.
Wow.
Ooh, since it's on YouTube, they're probably gonna try to take me down.
Yeah, I'm feeling like Will. I think I'm a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I wasn't blessed with no Uncle Phil. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex, they told me to chill. I'm making a flip. My life is a flick, I'm loaded up the film. I got me some paper, hired a butler and got me a waiter. I wanna get married, but none of my shorties remind me of Jada. Or maybe I'm just too afraid to settle. I wish I was planning it different. I think it's a phase, I'm very conditioned. I'm stuck in my ways, I'm scared of commitment, I'm very conflicted. I got the drip and I'm saucy, ooh. ADHD, I'm a bad boy. I think I might just pull up in a Rari, ooh. I might just skirt up the Philly, they call me Big Willie. I think I might Larry, ooh. Ain't nothing much you can tell me. I blew through 1 million, threw me a party, ooh. I know I'm the one. Damn it, I made it. I look at my son. I feel like I'm dreaming. He truly a blessing. I'm really elated. I pray that he grow up like Willow with Jaden. I know that he will. I hope he look up to me like we used to look up to Phil. I know that it's real. I lay a brick at a time for something I know I can build. I learned it from Will. I know ain't nothing gonna set us back. You take it from me, I get it back. Me and my homies forever strapped. We roll up on them like Men in Black. I blow your chest to your head and back. I think I done made a mess. I'm in Cali with a vest. That's the Wild Wild West. I told my homies I'm good with the labels. I don't need to sign the dots. They must not know me. They cannot control me cause I ain't no iRobot. Yeah, I grew up on a legend and I gotta show it. I learned a lot from him and I owe it. Homie's my idol and don't even know it. Oh, I'm feeling like Will. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills cause I wasn't blessed with no Uncle Phil. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex. They told me to chill. I'm making a flip. My life is a flick. Now load up the film. I'm going back to Miami to meet with the cartel. All of you rappers be running around telling shark tales. I was trying to make a flip when y'all was doing cartwheels. The pursuit of happiness, I was rock bottom. Now I'm out spending large bills. And I got a shorty who's stuck in a bubble, but I'm still in love with her hustle. Her body banging, but she don't stop talking. I wish that she come with a muzzle. I don't know if I'm in love with the pieces or I'm just in love with the puzzle. But I had to leave her cause I know these girls these days ain't nothing but trouble. I know I'm the one. Damn it, I made it. Now look what I done. I feel like I'm dreaming. I count on my blessings. I'm really elated. I know I am legend. I wanted to make it. I know that it's real. I hope they look up to me like we used to look up to Phil. I know that you will. I lay a brick at a time for something I know I can build. That's how we leave an impression. Yes, I believe in expression. I got some secrets and weapons. That might just leave a concussion. Give me 3 wishes. I think I'm Aladdin, but there ain't no genie to bless us. I ain't had nothing, just me and the heater at night if you sleep on the dresser. I cannot fold. I hit on my goals. I did it with pride. Ain't nothing worse than losing your hero and couldn't say bye. And we never know just when it's our time and legends are gone and we don't know why. So before they go, look, here go. All
right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna pull this one off. This YouTube is giving me my warning. But that right there was, I don't even know. I guess the song is just about Will Smith. Maybe that's his favorite actor, whatever it is. I don't know. Triborough, what's your take, man?
I like the fact that he paid homage to Will Smith because he is a legend. He's done a lot for the game and for the culture. But I didn't care for the beat. It has like a trappy, beat to it. But I like the fact that he's paying homage to him, and not waiting until he pass away, God forbid, or something like that. So I think that it's dope that he's letting the new generation know who Will Smith is if they don't know who he is. And I like the video, like he was dressing up in the Men in Black suit and the Wild Wild West outfit. I thought that was good, but I don't really care for the beat, but I like his intentions of what the song was about.
Okay. Yeah. Let me get this off of there. There we go. Big Freezy.
Hey, I'm with Try, and shout out to Try Burrow too, by the way.
Thanks,
homie. Yeah, man. Hey, so I agree with my man though. I like the fact that my man is paying homage to a legend, because back in the day, the only time another rapper name came out of rapper mouth was on a diss track. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I kind of liked it. But unlike Try though, I do like the beat. I like the beat, man. I think it's kind of like that mix of new and old that'll bring people, you know what I'm saying, to an important message. So he said something old school on a new school beat. I think it was right on time. That's just my opinion.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't mad at the song. It was, it was cool. I don't know, is that, I mean, I guess, that's the first single that he chose. I thought it was a cool song. Not a blow me away song. I just thought it was a cool song. You know what I mean? Yeah. Guillermo, what's your take, man? You got yourself muted though, I think.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah, I was bored. I didn't really care for the song. You want to pay homage to the guy, just say, I salute to Will Smith. He's one of the greatest. To me, I didn't really care for the song. The beat sounded like one of those the baby beats. And he's not the baby, so I didn't really care for it. He was talking about run up to the plug, so I guess he was trying to like create the idea of Will Smith as like, I guess, like a modern day character kind of, and like incorporate some of the stuff from the show. That's cute. But it's a song that is forgettable. It's one of those songs that I think he's hoping that it catches on with like Will Smith and like Ellen, and then they play it, in like a Pepsi commercial or something like that, and because it has one of those catchy beats where it's like, oh, it's safe, and it's Will Smith, and then Will Smith will put on, he's quarantined right now. Will Smith needs, he likes to do those things where, attention is like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm, doing this and blah blah, and then, it'll be on Will Smith put on Instagram, and Ellen will be like, oh my gosh, and then everybody start, oh my gosh, Will Smith, oh, I like this beat, it's cool. Then they'll come out with some quirky, stupid dance to it. This is one of those beats just to catch the eye of like middle America, a bunch of middle-aged parents who want to find a new song and a new thing to, create a new dance to or something.
I didn't even see it that way at all, really. You know what I'm saying?
My mind is on.
I ain't see, nothing.
I see time and dimensions. Time is just, it's like flat to me. I look over it. You know what I mean? So
right.
I put money. That's what's going to become. I put money is going to become one of those songs. They're going to play it. It's one of those, Ellen's going to catch on to it. Somebody's going to catch it. It's going to have a little pop buzz for a little bit, be put on commercial. Or if it's safe, it's Will Smith. And that type of corny, dumb crap that rap has become.
You know what? I mean, honestly, I looked at it as something totally different. I looked at him as trying to do something like, back in the day, artists came out with stuff that was, always different. Wasn't the same as anybody else or everything else. And I looked at him as just trying to do what he does, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to make it. You don't have to make it. To me, you don't have to. It's not about. The rappers I listen to, they're all over the place in terms of the content, in terms of the styles. You know what I mean? When I heard a ridiculously, not ridiculous, but a really good homage song, and obviously this is his partner, but when Raekwon on Only Built for Cuban Links 2 made that song for ODB with the Jay Dilla beat, you know what I mean? That the homage he paid to him, I thought that was I felt that song, you know what I mean? And obviously I like ODB, I like Wu-Tang, I like Raekwon, but I felt like it felt proper. Like it didn't feel like he was doing it to catch on anywhere. You know what I mean? And this song is that catchy little beat, and it's Will Smith. And people act like Will Smith is nobody younger people. A lot of these young people know about Will Smith. And even the kids coming up now, it's one of those names where it's like it's so big from back then. It's like, oh, then you watch reruns, you see him on these movies that are now starting to flop, but you hear about his kids, and so the name is out there. I'm not saying you can't pay homage. Pay homage to the more you want. I just feel like this song is like one of those songs to kind of catch on. People talk about I don't like creativity. Like if you look at my music catalog, it is all over the place. Like rap is not my number one genre. Like it's not at all my number one genre. So people talk about creativity. Just because I don't like this guy who sounds what you think is different, you know, like I said, this sounds like the Baby beat, and he's doing. I'm not saying that he's copying up the Baby, but the whole dynamic videos where things are changing, you change your clothes, you're going through all this blah blah. The Baby's also doing. A bunch of artists are doing the same thing, or at least the Baby I know, the biggest artist, one of the biggest artists right now. So people talk creativity. Don't look at me and say I don't like it. This is not the most creative thing I've heard. So.
I mean, I'm not saying it has to be the most creative thing you ever heard. I just, you know, I just don't like. I don't know. I don't even understand what you're getting at with the whole Ellen thing, really.
No, it's one of those songs. Okay, certain people make songs to like, yo, this is my style and blah blah. Fair enough. But some people make songs so that it gets parlayed into commercials. It gets parlayed into bigger presence on not just social media but mainstream media, where it's like, oh, he did this thing that's cool. It's out there. Like, for instance, who's the white Macklemore? You know what I mean? When he made that video, I'm not saying he did it just for that, but the people, whoever he had behind him to make the big video, whatever, you're in the comeback, whatever that song was, obviously it was a big thing, and they wanted to be bigger than just a rap song. So that's why it won a Grammy. It was getting played everywhere in social media, but we don't talk about that song whatsoever in terms of, yeah, it was a really good rap song, blah, blah. Mainstream media picked it up as that, and they pushed it out. So I'm saying there's certain songs that people put out because they wanted to become catchy, because they wanted to be put on commercials. So now they get royalties, they get more acclaim from that. The name becomes bigger with the pop audience, not necessarily with the rap audience. That's what I'm trying to say. It's one of those, it feels to me one of those songs that's trying to get that type of attention. And you use Will Smith, it's a big name. You did the whole, I saw the part of the video where he changed from Will Smith, you know, when the beginning of the show, the intro, he changed from that and he put on a suit and I think he put like a Wild West hat or something like that to kind of show like his career, whatever. But the song itself, it's, you know, it has that catchy beat and it sounds safe enough that you can put it on certain things where it's like, oh, it sounds like, you know, it's cool. You could do a little, you know, I'm not saying he did a dance. I don't know if he did a dance to it, but it sounds like one of those things where it's trying to catch on with mainstream and be put outside of the realm of rap itself.
Guillermo, how do you say trap music and mainstream in the same sentence?
Is that trap music?
That's a trap beat.
Oh, it's a trap beat, but is it trap music? I mean, he did mention the plug, but I'm pretty sure he's not rapping all about the plug and drugs, right? It's not him going to trap out. He mentioned it once. I just heard him mention go to some place to.
I'm not questioning your point. I'm questioning the fact that he used a trap beat there.
But trap beat is just a beat, right? It's not the content, right? So you're talking about if it's like safe enough, right? Like for mainstream, yeah, it's a beat. It's just a beat. Like, dude, they've taken hip hop has not hip hop. Excuse me. Mainstream media is taking a bunch of beats that came from the hardest places and parlayed that into, oh, here's a nice commercial. Like even I guess it was a safe beat, but you know, you could argue that the beat, the basics of the beat of the AZ Nas video, the Sprite commercial they did in Fort Greene, you can argue that type of beat has been attributed to more violent or more, you know, hood songs. But they parlayed into a nice little Sprite commercial that just going back and forth. So if the beat is safe, it don't matter. The beat could be.
But Sprite brand is hip hop.
No, fair enough.
It's been hip hop for.
Sprite for mainstream. And they were showing that commercial on mainstream hours. I think they showed it one time. I won't say on Martin, but I've definitely seen that commercial like before 8 p.m. where it's like,
it used to come on TV all the time. It used to come on TV all the time.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It was mainstream. Well, it was. Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't come out like. It wasn't like did the Wu-Tang St. Ides video commercial. Didn't that come on No, that probably just came on like rap.
That was at night. That came on. That used to come on at night. Yeah.
Well, on his album, this is the track list to his album. It's got 18 tracks on the album. A couple of them are skits. The first one is called "I Lied." I can't even see it all to be able to read it. You got ISIS featuring Logic, The War featuring Young Thug. Chris is a skit. You got I Love. You got Devil's Work. Lotto. Kevin is a skit. Gold something. Can't really Read it. Finally, featuring Chris Brown, Bands, Revenge, Comprehensive Evaluation. It's a skit. ADHD. Still Can't Love. Can't see everybody that's on there. You got Will, and then you got Broken Stupid. So we'll see what it's about.
You think if we play those other lesser known songs so far that you get in trouble?
I don't think it's out yet.
Oh.
I haven't looked up any of the songs. I'm not sure if it's out yet. That I just know that video is out. I know the one song. This is the song that turned me on to him. It's called Backwards.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right. This is the song that made me say, "Oh, let me get this dude to listen and see what he's talking, and see what he is." It's called Backwards. And at first I was like, "Oh, he's trying to bite off Nas," but he did something a little bit different with it. I'm gonna play it, and there's a video to it as well.
Yo, what up? It should be coming too easy for you, my nigga. Why you say that? I mean, it's just simple, man. You write a verse, you go to the booth, lay your shit down. It's just not a challenge no more, son. Not just a challenge, like I know, but I just feel like, my nigga, I just want to hear you fuck some shit up. Spit 8 bars, right? And spit it backwards, my nigga.
Nigga, what the fuck you want me to do the inevitable, nigga?
What? That shit ain't hard, my nigga. You the almighty nigga. Spit 8 bars, spit it backwards.
Spit 8 bars.
And it gotta make sense.
And spit the same 8 bars backwards,
nigga.
but it gotta make sense.
You do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, go ahead.
Do it. Yo.
I've been snatching purses while I'm rapping in the back of churches. I'm a backwards person, I ain't laughing, don't you act absurd. And I've been having urges, ain't no passion, don't you bastards think you bad at cursing. I've been bad since birth, been slapping nurses' asses. Taking perks and I've been urging niggas served in action. Got a nervous itching in a serpent's kitchen, drinking captains while I'm serving children. Different words that's spilling out the cabinets in a hurt position. It's absurd addiction, got me laughing. Spit fast, go running with impact. So your wrist cramping, break your Kit Kat while you play with your kids back. I'm Chris Hansen.
That was cool and all that. Let me hear you spit that shit backwards though. Alright, nigga.
Laughing at addiction, absurd in this position. Hurt inside a cap is spilling out words that's fairly different. Serving children while the cap is drinking in a service kitchen. Itching from a nerve and action. Got served while taking perks. Ass nurses slapping since birth. And I've been cursing bad. You think you bastards got passion, but ain't no urge. You haven't been absurd action. Don't be laughing. Ain't no person backwards. I'm in churches in the back rapping while I'm person snatching, nigga.
Alright, that was cool. That was cool. This shit was still weak, man. It was weak. Do that shit again. You got bars, do that shit one more time.
One more time?
Yeah.
I've been chasing rappers down with pencils, paper books and stencils, writing verses while I pack the pistols in the back of rentals. I roll my dad's initials and laughing and passing into. I've been half demented, breaking shit down to a half a sentence. Fuck the rap Olympics, I murdered the basket tenders. I cook the ass and grill them, now you can eat that for dinner. And I used to laugh at niggas that acted like fags with feelings till I'm packaging them in packages filled with acid in them. I bought a toy gun with some bullets with plastic in them, explosives with matches, lit them and left a few fragments in them. I never packed a Mac in the back of an Accenture Lexus with gas and Lexus, a Benz with a stack of Benjamins. Benjamins and stacks of Benzes and gas with the Lexus to the Centra Act and back of the Mac when I packed it in it. The fragments, slip matches, explosives and plastic bullets from a gun Toyota's bought for you niggas is yapping reckless. Venom acid filled with them packages and I'm packaging them faggots and they feelings just acting while niggas laughing. Eating dinner season and grill them and cook their asses while contenders pass the murder Olympics and rap past them. Sentence down, breaker dimensions and half essentials. I passed the laugh at the pixels. I wrote in dad's initials. In the back of rentals, I'm pistol packing a stack of stencils. In the book, papers and pencils, I'm rapper chasing it. Hold up.
Dirty ass nigga. What you mean? That was alright. That was alright, nigga. I'm still feeling that shit, nigga. Do that shit one more fucking time, nigga.
I'm the same nigga that fizzle popping and ratchet on him. Yeah, that same nigga that took a piss in your Arizona. And that same nigga that put acetone in a bag of soap and sold it for $40, some pussy and half a soda. And I never paid attention to rappers who acted bogus, who lie and say they rich when they songs where they ass is homeless. They try to throw dirt on my name to surpass the quota till I grab it, throw and bash them and laugh when the ass is over. Fuck them hard, go hustle hard with the hustlers. Cut they jugglers and you choke on your tongue and jaw. And I never been a gangster, wanted no trouble, nah. But I'm good with my knuckles, punch through a brick and leave dust and all. All it does, leave a brick punch for my knuckles, nah. But I'm nah, no trouble, wanted a gangster, I never could. Your jaw and tongue choking your jungle law. Cutting hustlers with the hustler, hustle hard. Fuck them hard, over ass, laughing them, bash them and back fold them. Crack them to the quota, pass them and trash them and laugh over. Homeless ass when they songs trash, it crack closer. Bogus actors who rapping over the track, hold them. Sold a half a pussy, $1.40, I sold it for some soap and acetone in the bass and the blast both them. Arizona piss that I took in a glass of cola and got ratchet on them, popped them and fizzled them back to soda.
weak. Still weak, nigga.
I never really tried to break it down and see if he actually said everything backwards. You know, like the dude told him to do. But that was the first time, you know, that was the first thing that said, let me check this dude out. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the album is gonna drop. I don't know if it's out now or not. The album is gonna drop. Oh, I guess it's supposed to drop at midnight. I guess I'll look and see if it's out. I plan on doing a full review tomorrow, but
okay.
Go ahead, Freezy.
Hey, I kind of like that, man. I don't think the song was dope. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he did something original impressed me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these cats that come out nowadays sound exactly like there's a proven formula for success. And cats that want to be successful follow that formula and don't take risks. They might take a risk in something they might say, but technically or in a delivery, they follow the same blueprint all the time. So for the mere fact that this cat took a risk, he get a thumbs up from me. Now I know people don't generally give out thumbs up because a lot of folks are like, there's a proven formula. If you want to get my money, follow this formula. But with me, if you're an original cat, you get thumbs up from me. But
well, that track was a long time ago. I'm just saying that was the first thing that ever put me on to him. Then I just listen to more stuff from there.
That's the second song I ever heard from him. The first one I heard was Will, the one you played just now, which kind of was a little bit impressive to me. The fact that he paid homage to somebody, and then this one here where he took some risks on a song. So far, man, he leaning towards getting my money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know everybody's not gonna be a fan, but
well, the album is out, so we can take and just maybe skim through a couple of them. I'm gonna do a full review tomorrow. We'll skim through a couple of joints and see what they sound like, I guess. I mean, so I'm looking at it. Go ahead, Triborough.
I was gonna say, I got a better album for you to discuss. Static Selector and Terminology. They got an album called Quarantine. Solid album.
Whatever.
You said it came out when?
I think it's out now. It's Static Selector and Terminology. It's called Quarantine.
Oh yeah, I seen. Yeah, I didn't hear it, but I seen that. Yeah,
it's dope. We got features from MOP and who else is on there? He got a new artist called UFO that he's working with, and there are a lot of dope features, and the production is solid. I think.
Wait, you talking? So my man got Billy Dance and Lil Fame on his joint?
Yeah. You got MOP on there.
Yeah.
You got some other features. It's like
Terminology's been out for years, bro. Like I remember Terminology from like my freshman year in high school. He had that dope song with was it DJ Premier who did that song? Lord Jesus. That's all I haven't listened to in a while, but yeah, Terminology is.
Yeah, I do both of them tomorrow. We can do both of them.
Okay.
And we also supposed to do Fetty by freaking Freddie Gibbs and Currency, man. Oh yeah, it's called. What's it? How's it going down? How's it? Well, watch how it goes down. Is that the song?
But let me see. I'm gonna just listen. I'm not gonna listen to the whole things out here. I'm gonna just listen to maybe a verse or two.
Yeah, watch how it goes.
Some of these. All right. I'm gonna do the first track is a skit, but it's 2 minute and 50 second skit. I'm not listening to a skit for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. The next one is I Lied. See what it sounds like.
I think I was born inside a cabana with diamonds and gold on top of the phantom. Jesus told Mary, go get me a hammer. I kill any nigga that try to get near him. All of the angels were drinking tequila, and Michael was sleeping with dirty Diana. And now I can't look at the man in the mirror. My life is a movie, and here's a trailer. I ain't no killer, but don't try to play me. I'm out of my pills, and now I'm just crazy. I jumped out of heaven, cause Lucifer paid me. I needed the money to buy a Mercedes. I fucked a few bitches, I had me a baby. I hope that my son will grow up and hate me. I'm out of my mind, and no one can save me. I wish I... Back when a nigga was job that's trying to get by. Plotted on shooting myself. I was just trying to survive. The money would dry. I think I was losing myself. I pray to God and promise if he made me rich, and I'ma stay true to myself. But fuck it, I lied. And now I stare in the mirror like, what did I do to myself? I think the old me died. I let the money change me, I lied. I let the money change me, I lied. I let the money change me, I lied. All of them promises I forgot. I let the money change me, I lied. I let the money change me, I lied. I let the money change me, I lied. I told my girl I give her the world, whatever she want, consider it done. Soon as I'm rich, I buy you a crib and get you a whip, whatever you want. Promise my niggas I give you $1 million, a couple of cars just so you can stunt. Then I got famous, blew up my head, and fuck what I said, my nigga, I'm gone. How about the foreign and jumping and stretch? Life is a bitch, I fuck her to death. And how do I feel? I'm somewhat depressed. I probably get killed, but fucking I'm blessed.
All right, so that's the first track. Or I Lied. Any thoughts, Triborough?
I feel like I don't feel like his lyrics match up with the. I feel like the production doesn't match with his lyrics. Like he's going for like a more trap production, but he's trying to be like lyrical. So I don't feel like it's a mesh where like he's trying to spit bars, but the production for me is just off. Like like picture Nas trying to do like New York State of Mind over a trap beat. It's not like a marriage, to me at least. I don't feel like the production fits his lyrics.
Yeah.
I mean, you just talking about let the money change your life. It's like I'm trying to imagine somebody. It sounds like a song that's trying to be introspective somewhat, but then the beat itself makes you just want to do this. Like I'm trying to listen to what he's saying and fall into what he's trying to say, and it just, again, it doesn't like he said, like Triborough said, it doesn't match the song, like the production. I just don't know what it is. I will say the other song that you put, the Rewind song, I actually thought that was kind of cool. Like, I'll give him credit. That was a cool song, but yeah.
Hey, did his delivery sound like Eminem at the beginning of that song and then switch to somebody else?
Matter of fact, I think him and Eminem are boys or something. I don't know how much.
The
Maybe
Rewind song sounded like Eminem.
Yeah, and then he got hype and then came in sounding like Kendrick Lamar. To me.
This past one it did.
Yeah.
But he's creative, right?
not on that one.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit and laugh and say he's not creative. I think he is
Smith
creative.
He's creative, and now he's like fucking what's his guy? He's like Morph. He's like Mystique from X-Men.
I'm not gonna sit and laugh and say he's not creative, because I think the dude is creative.
I'm joking, Lord Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? I think the dude is creative. Because we hear artists all the time. You can go back in history and see rappers all the time that sound like another rapper. Do a verse that sounds like another rapper or whatever. All the time.
I'm only joking, son. I'm only joking. The kid is skilled. Like the Eminem song, the second song you played, a Rewind song, when he was actually talking about Back of the Lack or whatever, he actually did reverse that. It was cool. I give him that. I think that was a good song. Like I'm not thinking of it. The singing crap. What?
I can hear the sounds of the war, and this ain't going down like before. I can hear the sounds of the war. I used to make love to a down-ass trick, you could bend her backwards. I don't need much but a badass bitch and a Netflix password. I know that I'm coming home late, but fuck it, what we gonna do after? I'm trying to get ahead today. Go to work like you got rent to pay. She a daddy's girl like Regine. I paid my dues, I ain't gonna lose. Hit him with the hand of Devo. All of you birds is Dan DeVito. I'm a die legend like Dan Marino. I just blew a check.
I'm gonna say so far the first two songs to me just kind of sound like other people though. Like every new rapper that comes out. See, when I first heard him, the first time I ever heard him, he didn't sound like other people. He sounded like himself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this right here, this sounds like any other rapper trying to come out.
You don't belong to me, you belong to the street. I spent a check on a whip, on a bitch, on a grip, on a flip. Lost a doll and got it right back. I fell in love with a chick that I thought was my bitch till I...
This is something else. This is Lotto. That song was called The War. This song is called Lotto.
It's my birthday, I'm about to get lit. Might blow a bag on a drip. Make it all back on a quick flip, ayy. I just need cake and a thick bitch, ayy. I ain't have much, just a wish list. Not a broke nigga doing big shit. I got the gun lock loaded, I'm ignorant. So keep one eye open like Slick Rig. I got the drip game, nigga, I'm the big man. Switch lanes on him, hit the mid-range. Keep the big strap on me like a hitman. It go click clack, Willow while a big bang. I ain't never been shit, ain't shit changed. But niggas get lame when you get fame. Can't sleep at night till I get brains. Got a mean ass pipe in a dick game. I got
pretty much the same thing right there. So far, from the 3 that I heard, kind of sounds like trying to do what anybody else is doing. Now that's not impressive at all.
Hey, Trabero. Hey, have you heard this song called Hawaiian Sophie by Jazzo?
Yes.
Hawaiian Sophie fame?
That's from back in the day.
Right. Hey, that song, the song previous to this, kind of gave me that Hawaiian Sophie vibes. You know what I'm saying?
What way?
No, not the right, not the lyrics. Not the lyrics, because I'm not saying this dude is Jazzo, far from it. What I'm saying is it's kind of like trying to do that Hawaiian style, or not Caribbean, but vacay style. Except this dude named it The War. How you relaxing and then you name it The War?
To me, I felt like he sounded like Meek Mill a little bit, like with the ad-libbing, and I don't know, I just feel like he's trying to appease to the crowd now, and then trying to be lyrical at the same time. It's just it's not meshing.
Nah, you saying he doing too much?
No, I know. I'm saying he's trying to appease to both crowds. He wants to be lyrical, but he also wants to appease to like the mainstream, like right. the kids that's listening to Lil Yachty and Migos and all that.
But you can't do that, man. You can't be lyrical and
right. And that's why it's not it's not meshing for him. Like he has to be either or. He can't be both.
You can. The thing about it is that a lot of these rappers, it's rare that you find rappers who nowadays who work hard at the craft of being lyrical and trying to be, I hate saying this, but be mainstream. Like, again, Biggie showed you could do that. And yes, they have to get direction from Diddy to change his content up inside. But if you look at what Biggie was doing, he was lyrical, but you could sing along to some of his greatest, so-called greatest hits, even the hits that weren't so-called radio friendly, that, they had to, ish and slur it a bunch of times to make sure that, the curse words are covered, because it's that good of a song. So you can do it. It's just that when you listen to Joyner Lucas, and for what you guys are saying, a lot of his stuff is disjointed. Now, could be he's getting pressure from somebody or direction from somebody else to put this beat on that. But a lot of these songs don't sound organic. Like, all right, so what he's talking about, like the introspective song we're talking about, you have a trap beat on there. Like, if you're trying to get some kid to kind of understand what you're talking about and kind of mellow out, kind of erase all the pressures, all the things that he's thinking about, or she is thinking about of that day, and kind of get into what you're talking about, you need the proper beat that puts you in that position to do it. And I'm hearing a bunch of these beats, like Sim said, you guys said, what I said before, the whole Ellen thing, he's trying to appeal to mainstream with some of these songs. And it's like this force, like, all right, let me put this trap beat, regardless of whatever the hell I'm talking about. Let me sing on this thing. And somebody even said it sounded like he's trying to do country music. I wouldn't go that far, but I ain't gonna go that far. It did sound kind of country when you're singing it. But again, it's a guy trying to sing because Drake sings. I'm not saying he's doing it because, but when you hear a guy singing like that, and he's not a naturally talented singer, it sounds like, all right, it's the Drake thing where, some guy sings and he's not a really good singer, but, it gets the girls in the mood. And it's like, he's trying to chase something, and it's like the way he's going about it's like everybody else. Everybody says he's creative. Now he's talented, but all this stuff he's doing, he
is creative. He might not have been creative on this album. He might not have been creative on this album. Maybe he's trying to do whatever he's trying to do. But you go back and listen to his back work. He is creative. Maybe he's not doing it here. This is not representative. I haven't heard the whole thing, of course. But it's not representative of, check this out. Jeezy just dropped the album.
Oh, Lord. Is that why he was doing an interview with
Jeezy just dropped the album.
He's still talking about trap. Well, he can't be talking about trap it out, because he said that he only did that stuff to.
Bro,
he made money for his son. His son went to college, so.
I'm not sure what he's talking about now, because if you see Jeezy now, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's living it up.
He's a businessman. He's a family man. Yeah.
Yeah. But the name of the album is 20 Pyrex Vision. So
Okay, come on. What Pyrex? You don't have no Pyrex pots in your house. Stop it, man. What?
7 tracks on the album.
Oh Jesus.
7 tracks on the album. The first track is called 20 Pyrex Vision. No track is over 3 minutes long.
Good.
All right, it's called First Mind. The second track is First Mind. The third one is Billions. Fourth one, Keep Going. The fifth one, Rollie to Church. 6th one is Buy a Bank, and the 7th one is Poppin'. So I don't know.
Big Freezy's face when you said that no track is longer than 3 minutes.
I'm like, fantastic.
I ain't even see it. I ain't see his face.
Oh, Big P said, good. You don't want to hear. You don't want to hear about this album whatsoever, Sim. This album is, because come on, he's talking about Pyrex Vision, dude. Why don't you talk about your struggles of being?
Who knows? Let's see what it's about. Let's see what it's about.
Oh,
I never really was a big Jeezy fan. You know, like I never ever bought an album
and great ad-libs.
I never ever bought an album. I listened to a few things on the radio or whatever. I never bought an album, or it was like, oh yeah, let me stream. Let me just go ahead and cop this joint. All right, let's see.
Oh, Big Freezy, man, you're a clown, man. He said, "Thank God." Yeah.
All I know is what I know, and I don't know nothing else. Them indictments come around, but believe I'm going stealth. I ain't about to ask some niggas some shit I can do myself. See me grinding in these dickies in these new designer belts. Only thing that's on my mind, on abundance of wealth. Giving up or giving in is some shit I never felt. Cause I'm a street nigga, I don't sleep nigga. Gotta eat nigga, street nigga. Nothing cheap nigga, we don't lease nigga. I'm laid back, and it's made back. Bitches payback, I'm way back, and I'm still on them. Niggas hate that. I'm Superman, got a super grind. Where my cape at? I'm Clark Kent, got a laser beam. Where my safe at? Always on my grind, always on a mission. Try to tell them yeah, they were trying to listen. At me what I do, I say I hustle for a living. Plus I got that 2020 Pyrex vision. Let's go, nigga. Nothing slow, nigga. Want some more, nigga. Show, nigga.
It just ain't my music, bro.
You see, Sim, and this is why I appreciate Nas so much for Life is Good, because we sat here and talked about how these older artists struggle to evolve with the music.
Right.
And Nas did Life is Good, and I know it got acclaim, but I still don't think it got enough acclaim. And like I said, Jay-Z did 444 and got praised for it. And, rightfully so if you like it, whatever. But Nas did that when Jeezy was still trying to talk about Trap or Die back then. And Nas was like, he's on his grown man-ish. So salute to Nas. I'm listening to this. This dude is going out with a chick, a cute little Asian woman from, was it like The Real or The Talk? One of those shows on daytime TV.
Like one of
he's
them
going
talk
out
shows,
with her.
right?
His son just went through college. And it's the same Jeezy talk about. He's a street dude. But, I mean, if you hear about the BMF story, once Big Meech got locked up, Jeezy had nothing to do with that because he didn't want no smoke from the Fed. So how you talking about you're a street nigga, but, you're literally shitting on your own growth as a person. Like, I mean, understandably so, you kind of lied about something. All these rappers lie. But you've done well for yourself. Why don't you talk about you as a man doing well for yourself and the struggles of raising a son? Like, grow with your music. Like, street dudes aren't listening to this and be, I gotta get that new, because it's like, all right, we've passed you by in terms of that scope of music. Expand it. Let's hear grandfather Jeezy. Let's hear the Hihachi Jeezy. Let's hear the older man Jeezy. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell are you talking about? You're a street nigga. Come on, bro. Stop. You're a good dad. You're a good dad.
Yeah. You gotta grow with your life. Your music,
to you. Yeah.
Your music should represent your life, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Right? It should represent your life, and where you are in life. Because if not, then you just faking, really. I mean,
not real.
Right, you just faking. Your music should represent where you are in your life. That's my opinion on it. Let me see. The next track is called First Mind. First Mind.
Simmons going through this like it's a chore. He doesn't know enjoyment.
I just want to see what it sounds like. You never know.
Oh Lord,
my first mind is where the cash at, where the cash at. Love her, bro.
That's how I say so.
Around me, yeah, I smash that. No need for bringing up that old shit. Look, I'm past that. Grown man,
is this a new song?
Time machine, shit I laugh
Yeah, this is new.
I've been on my grind this whole weekend getting no
I mean, it could have came out before.
No.
I thought this was the last song you played. My bad.
Yeah, I'm in the sports now. Park the dawn, I'm hopping out the dawn. I'm in the force now. My first mind is where the cash at, where the cash at. First mind is where the cash at, where the cash at. My first mind is where the cash at, where the cash at. First mind is where the cash at, where the cash at. My first mind is where the cash at, where the cash at. First mind is where the cash at, where the cash at. My first mind is where the cash at, where the cash at. First mind is where the cash at, where the cash at. Hydrating on Defiance fuel on my fingers phone. Avion doing numbers, nigga. What I'm tripping on my real estate, buying real estate while I'm sleeping, nigga. Buckhead at my steakhouse. Bon appetit, nigga. Kept me blind down.
You know what I think about when I hear this song?
What's that?
I think about $9 Bud Light pitchers and lemon pepper wings.
Oh, Lord.
Having the waitress bring me back $50 in ones. That's what I'm thinking about when I hear this song.
But give him credit. Give him credit. He actually talked about his real estate buying. He had a lyric in there that was at least progressive, and he talked about owning sports and something else or whatever. So I give him.
This should have had 2 Chainz and Lil Webby featured. This is the strip club song here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm you know what I'm saying, standing for people that go or whatever, but to each their own. But this right here is what they play in them joints. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? It's designed to be, you know what I'm saying, that.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
but,
it probably is. I mean, let's listen to Rollie the Church.
Simmons already laughing.
Rollie the Church. See what this is about.
Oh, come on, man. This is Garbaggio. Oh, Lord.
You know what it is, nigga. Let's go.
This is Contra music? Like, come on, man.
This is hard as it gets. One thing I ain't did is ask a nigga for shit. See, I took me a loss. Yeah, that made me a boss. Young blood with the millions. See, I was shaking them off. Born allergic to bro. Might just catch me a rash. Saved up me a 10. Might just buy me a half. Same clothes all week. Might need to take me a bath. AR with the drum. Look like I'm straight out of MASH. Hope I make it to heaven. And that's word to the reverend. Yeah, we living in hell, but who the hell gon' tell her? Where my roll at the church, but that might make it worse. Only thing I ain't drove, yeah, that's a drop top hearse. Where my roll at the church, but that might make it worse. Where my roll at the church, but that might make it worse. Where my roll at the church, but that might make it worse. Only thing I ain't drove, yeah, that's a drop top hearse. I was dotting my eyes, I was crossing my T's. Take 2 rubber bands, wrap it up 5 G's. Take a guess, it's a lot. Ain't no shoes in the box. 2-tone chinchilla, cause I was sly as a fox. Streets taught me a lot. Streets taught me to weed. So much smoke in the kitchen, I dare a nigga to breathe. Had me stuck in the trenches and they ain't want me to leave. Yeah, that concrete jungle, but when you can't see the trees. Had to think out the box, had to break out the blocks. Got a call from my granny, like where you put all my pots. Where my roll in the church, but that might make it worse. Only thing I ain't drove, yeah, that's a drop top hearse. Where my roll in the church, but that might make it worse.
I seen somebody in there say it'll be bumping in Atlanta. Probably will. It'll probably jump in Atlanta a little bit. Anyway, Big Freezy dropped a surprise album. So there you go. Never been a Big Freezy fan. So that's
hey,
why.
Man, that Jadakiss album is sounding better and better the more I listen to these albums, man. I'm telling you, the more I hear these albums, man, the more I'm giving props to Jadakiss, man.
I mean,
because this one right here,
right. Well, yeah, you're talking about relatively speaking. You know what else too, Sim, and everybody? You know what I realized though? When these guys are no longer on top, they don't get the best producers producing for them, right? They get some of these young guys, they get some guys who are over the hill or some guys who are unknowns, and they're trying to chase that sound that they used to have. And if you're not a good all-around artist where you could pick up good production, sometimes you produce your own stuff, and you can kind of pick up, all right, what fits me better. They just get anything from any young kid who has an Instagram following, and they just rap on it, and they think, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that same feeling I had. Because if you listen to this, I'm not the biggest Jeezy fan, but when he had songs with was it Dope Boys Go Crazy, that beat, and then he had the I Put On beat with Kanye West. Like, those were songs where it's like, all right, whoever raps on this, they could make a hit out of it. It's just, that beat is just it goes so well, whatever the hell you're talking about. This is like I said, this is video game music. This is like end of Streets of Rage, like Game Over, like window music. Like, come on, dude. Like, man, this is
just about everything on there was produced by Agency 99.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
And you know what, man? It sounds like it.
but you know what happens sometimes, though? Well, I mean, the whole album is put out by Agency 99, so maybe that's his thing. I don't know. The whole thing is put out by Agency 99.
Yeah, he might got to fire them because this is.
But this is what happens, though, right? I mean, I don't know if that's his thing or what, right? But it costs money to get these big name producers on your album.
No, agreed.
Right?
And he doesn't have a late. I don't know if he's signed. I doubt he's getting big money even if he signed.
He used to be on Def Jam.
He doesn't have.
But now I don't know. Well, I guess he's not now, but he used to be on Def Jam, right?
Yeah, he was on Def Jam. I don't know if he still is. I doubt he still is. I'm not trying to ish on him, but yeah, he's not. Again, when you're older, and you're not making sales like that, and you don't have the follow anymore. They're not going to get the young producers to come and put the best tracks, and that's why I give it to guys who self-produce, because you can sometimes you have connections with some of these top DJs, producers, and sometimes you can produce your own stuff, but. You listen to this and it sounds like somebody imitating Jeezy with the same voice. It sounds like if you said, yo, Jeezy, hear this new track, and you play this for him back in like 2008, you're like, what the hell is this shit? This is garbage. Like, what the hell? This is not.
Hey, can I say, man, shout out to cats like Busta Rhymes, man. You know what I'm saying? Because
Busta's working on a new album.
Right, and it's gonna be fire. It's gonna have 2 fire joints on there that you're gonna play all year, and it's gonna have some true Busta fan songs on the album that you feel like he just dropped them just for you, just for the Busta fans. And he do that every time he drop an album, man. I mean, shout out to cats like that, man, that know how to stay relevant after 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Because young Jeezy and Young Jock and all them dudes that came out around the same time.
Oh my Lord.
You knew they weren't gonna last past,
Yeah. But
they weren't gonna last.
But Busta's working on a new album, but he's having a hard time. I don't know if he's having a hard time with getting the label to pick it up or whatever it is. Because he hasn't had an album since like 2009, 2010. It's been a minute.
Right.
Back on My BS, I think that's the name of it. That was the last album, Back on My BS. He's had a hard time getting it out. You know what I mean? I don't know what's up, but I guess we'll see. But I heard that he was working on a new album.
I think he owes Interscope another album, right? Is that what it is?
He might.
I think that's what it was.
That's not good.
Yeah, I think he owes Interscope another album. So
holding you hostage, man. That's
he might. I mean, But after his second album, I know he had the one album that I really like. What's the name of that one? I can't think of the name of it. Let me look.
When Disaster Strikes.
Nah, The Big Bang. I like that album, The Big Bang. He had a lot of people on there.
Bang.
Like, I mean, like,
is that A-Rap Money? Yeah, A-Rap Money.
No, that wasn't on there. He had
The Coming.
Stevie Wonder was on there. Been Through the Storm. That's one of my favorite joints.
Oh wow.
I gotta listen to that.
That was tough. Rick James was on there. Flowetry was on the album.
Wait, so that's not the one that had the
Janet Jackson.
The Q-Tip song to the beat to I Wanna Thank You.
That's the mixtape.
Oh, that was a mixtape. All right.
Yeah. That album was. I thought it should have done better. That album was dope, man. Nas was on it. Raekwon is on the album.
What's Sim saying?
Yo, Sim, you there?
Yeah,
Sim.
I think I'm there. You got, I don't know, somehow we got lost. I don't know what happened to those guys there. Somehow we lost the connection. I lost the connection with those guys there. I don't know if I'm gonna get them back. There we go. We back in the building. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, he's back.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay, I don't know what happened. Somehow just lost the connection. Must have been the software, the website or something. But that album was dope, man. The Big Bang Theory. That was a dope. Oh, not the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang. That was a dope album.
Yeah.
You never heard it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Big Bang.
Yeah, we Buster fans all the way back to Leaders of the New School.
Leaders.
Guillermo, did you have you heard it?
Touch It? Yeah, of course, Touch It. Yeah.
Yeah, you heard Touch It.
But I just outside of like Extinction Level Event and
Anarchy.
When Disaster Strikes.
Yeah, I just haven't kept up with the names. If you mention like a bunch of songs, I would have heard it. It's just I've never bought a Busta album. I'm not trying to act like I'm a Busta aficionado, but I know so much of his damn songs. I just never bought an album.
What? You don't listen to Busta? Come on, dog.
No. I listen to Busta. I just never bought an album. So like after the late '90s, I've just never bought a Busta album where it's like, oh yeah, like I know all the songs on it, but I know enough of the songs that he's produced or he's created. Where it's like, oh yeah, I know this song, and like I know he's nice. Like he's an absolute beast, but.
Yeah,
what we gonna do with this dude, man? You never bought a Busta album? Have you bought it?
I don't buy. I can tell you all the albums I bought.
Have you ever purchased a Nas album?
What's the last album you bought?
I bought Godson. I bought.
What's the last album you bought?
Life is Good. The last album I bought was. The last album I bought was Knox Worries by Innocent Park.
The last album I bought was Jadakiss. Ignatius. Last album I bought.
I don't even buy albums no more. I just got my Spotify subscription, and I just jump on there and do that. I don't even buy the albums no more. You know what I mean? I don't even buy them no more. But I do want to listen to this song by this kid, man, Mr. Z Note. Did you listen to it, Demo?
I listened to some of it. Yeah, you can play a song. You. Yeah.
Hear what it sounds like.
He ain't MF Doom. No, I'm gonna say he ain't MF Doom. It's just when you wear a mask, right? I think you gotta be a little bit more creative than just walking down the street and rapping. You know what I mean? I understand kids don't have big budgets. I'm not saying you should have a big budget, but but I couldn't listen to because obviously I listened to you, both you guys, but it wasn't like anything. The video where he's just walking, it wasn't somewhere I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, But we can listen to it, so I'm not judging, and everyone, you don't know me.
This is what he sent me.
It's Z to the no T-E. E. La da da da. Yeah. I'm hard like a bar fight, or a long night with a large dyke and a hard pipe, or a cold steak and a dull knife. You can get the fuck on with your Coors Light. Alright, chill. Next, take a seat. Kick it so hard that you break your feet. Spread yourself out like some naked cheeks and get so fucked up that you make a scene. Naked cheeks. What I wanna do for them naked cheeks? Ass down till I pass out. Hit the road, go to the gas out. Now I'm in the road with my ass out, about to pass out in the grass out by the overpass route out by a church letting mass out. Stumble to the plate, take the cash out. I act out when I black out. I know what you wanna do, and I know what you wanna do. I'm right behind you. Make sure that camera's on right back up. On when you back up. On when you back up. On when you back up. Down like the birds and the bees. Yeah. And kill it all around. Ain't nobody like me. Nah. Down like the birds and the bees. Yeah. And kill it all around. Ain't nobody like me. Nah. My hate strong like napalm and H-bombs. Blowing up at the same time as A-bombs. Say it on a plane and remain calm. Bomb. How many times can he say bomb? Bomb. I'm the bomb. Kill it on the stage and you kind of bomb. Hate so strong that I hate your mom. And I don't even know that bitch. I know what you...
All right, I'm done with that.
Wow.
He reminds me of someone like you seen the movie Belly, right?
Uh-huh.
You seen the movie Belly, right?
Yep.
I feel like he's somebody that's in the Midwest, like Kansas City or something, and he got his, he got rollers in his hair and some big gazelles on or whatever.
What was that dude's name, Sim? The one that shot Method Man.
Big Worm.
What's his name? Big Worm. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's stupid. That dude's so annoying, man.
I don't know what that was.
That was a terrible song, by the way, Sim. That's not no Midwest, and that's just bad.
I mean, when I listen to his not his cadence, but his dialect, I can hear his accent that he's from the Midwest or something like that. I can hear, with the way that he pronounces some of his words.
I don't even think the Midwest wants to claim that. Even if they'll be like, yo, he ain't from where we from. He from someplace else, and people just keep passing him along because that was terrible. That was some B-Cat. I wouldn't even give it BET Uncut. That's some local access TV type of shit that you used to watch like late at night in the 2000s when you're up at 4 a.m. You had nothing. You couldn't go to sleep. And you just watching just useless TV. That was garbage, man. That was garbage. But you know what, Sim? You got a platform, so you're gonna start getting a lot more people passing you on music so you can play it on here. Because,
hey, if it's trash, then it's trash. They just. This is another track. This one's called Checkmate.
You can catch me on my kickstand, and I don't give a fuck about you or your shit, man. Got them looking at me like you got a shit cramp. Haters hating and the ladies gonna get cramp.
Did he say? Hold up.
A shit cramp.
Did he say? What the hell are you talking about?
Hey, this ain't it, man.
A shit cramp?
Wow, this is not it.
I'm not a part of that. In it for the stacks, not the cardiac.
Oh man.
Hit him like a heart attack. And when you done, fella. Ain't no starting back. On to the next tape. Viral like a sex tape. Push it like the best way. And you know I'm great. And you know that I invest hate. Save it like a nest egg. And I show y'all fuckers how to turn a check into a checkmate. Check into a checkmate.
Wow.
Oh my God. He said, I'll teach you how to turn a check into a checkmate. Does that even make sense?
This is no, because checkers and chess, no.
That even makes sense?
Yeah, it's a chess term. I understand what he's saying.
Well, it's checkers and chess.
Okay.
Checkers is different from chess. I mean, he's trying to draw the two because they use the same board, but the concept of the games are different. They don't use the same.
I thought he was.
I mean, it's so corny that even if he was trying to sound cool with that line, you just wanted to. You actually get even more angry that he tried to be like slick with checkers and chess. Like it.
He trash.
Wow. Yeah. He had like 3 views on his video, or 3 people commented on his video. Like, I'm pretty sure they're all friends or all his other accounts. But
that's his homeboys. That's his friends. That's his friends.
Yeah, his homeboys co-signing.
Yeah.
He put on a mask too, bro. Like,
who need a mask?
Huh?
Well, that's a good point.
I'll be shamed as heck. Yo, I'd want mask too. I'm gonna just say that.
You know what's scary, Sim? I just searched for him. And it's already connected to, hold up. Wow. I searched for him on YouTube, and the 4th video that pops up is literally the show you have right now. So the algorithms, hold on. Let me make sure. Oh, actually, no, I take it back. That was just history. My bad.
Oh.
I was scared. I was like, oh shit. Like, because no one else is playing him, and I don't want it to be like, you're the person trying to, he's using your platform as a.
Well, he actually sent it. He actually sent it to me to see if I would retweet it. I didn't respond back to him, so I don't know.
Sorry, I'm playing him in the background in here.
Anyway,
oof. Is he from Cali?
No,
I don't know where he's from.
His accent. Yeah, his accent.
Okay, no, because he's in a video in Cali. The video that he's doing, I think, is in Cali, but I think he's in Cali. I'm sorry, sir. My bad. This is.
Yeah, that was some terrible music right there. That was terrible. music.
141 views for his video. I just gave him 2 extra. Damn.
2. You gotta start somewhere, right?
But you know what's crazy, man? There are kids who are talented and they could definitely use a platform like this to get on. Like, I just wish that more of those kids. Well, they have so many damn platforms now, which is a good thing. But you know, this kid should never send it in. And no one's ever. I don't know if people. He's either 2 things. No one's ever told him that he sucks, or he probably thinks that people who tell him he sucks or try to give him criticism, they just hate him. Because bro, I don't know if he's listening now, but this music ain't it. This is just.
Nah.
You got to go back to the drawing board or get another job.
That delivery is whack. What he talked about is whack. The cadence is whack. And you know what I'm saying? The music, you can almost accept that if it was like somebody else on it. You can almost, if like you put somebody else on it, the music itself, you could be like, yo, this might be something. But what this dude,
you know what's funny?
Talking about is trash.
Big Freezy. On that last song where he's talking about the checkers, whatever, that beat, I actually think Joyner Lucas should be on that song.
Right.
Joyner Lucas would actually probably, because the way Joyner Lucas raps, you know, that quick delivery, whatever.
Right.
He would actually sound that beat would actually fit him better. So my man, and Mr. Z Note, whatever your name is, you know, you should look into trying to give away your production to other rappers.
Or
they could do a better job.
Or keep honing your craft. Take this criticism as criticism and not hate.
You think these guys, Big Freezy, you grew up in the era where they had ciphers. You grew up in the era that before you got to a cipher, you had to have enough balls and enough confidence to be like, yo, I'm nice like that. Get into a cipher, rip it freestyle, give it written, whatever. You came from that era. You think this era now where you can't even talk to some of these young kids and be like, yo, give them any type of criticism. You think that this kid's gonna really hone his craft?
Well, it depends on what you love. It depends on what because if you love something, you'll stand, you know, in the fire for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like your girlfriend, man. You know, she might have flaws. Are you willing to stand in and, you know what I'm saying, stay there while she work those things out? You know what I'm saying? The same thing. It's the same thing with music, man. If somebody boo you and say you whack, are you willing to work on your craft? Because if you're not willing to work on your craft, then you don't love it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you, but I feel like, and I'm not trying to just categorize it. My last comment was obviously partially, you know, just joking around, but a lot of kids nowadays, man, I think because they see rap as a venue, an avenue to get money, to get, you know, that. And look, you walk into a record label, they're asking you how many users you got on Instagram. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or users, how many followers, you got. They're not even looking at how good you are. A lot of these kids are working with everything around the music versus the music itself. Because the video he did, I'm not saying it's artfully done but it looked semi, you know, professional. You know what I mean? So, you know, but it's like, dog, did you listen to what you're talking about? Did you listen to the beat selection? You like, does anything you listen to, even if you're creative and you don't like the music out now today, you think that what you're doing is sonically at least somewhat of a high level of your ability? You know what I mean? So,
right. Hey, I'll give you an example. So in 6th grade, I made the 8th grade team, right? And I wanted to be in 6th grade. I was a point guard, right? But in order to make the 8th grade team, they wanted me to play the 4 because I was 5'8", right? So I don't play no minutes the whole year to the end of the season. I get in the game and they foul me, and I got to hit 2 free throws to tie up the game, right?
That's terrible.
So I go up there, the first free throw, I clank it, right? So I know we lost, right? Everybody on my team looking at me like they want to strangle me, right? So I started crying like a little 6th grader playing with 8th graders. And then the second free throw, right? I make it and don't give them a chance to get the rebound and put it in. And they're like, why you made it? You missed the first one. Man, I cried all the way home.
And they make it seem like that's easy.
Right, I cried all the way home. But you know what I did all summer? I shot free throws, right? As a 7th grader, they wouldn't foul me. You know why? Because I wouldn't miss free throws. You know what I'm saying? And I also got to play some point guard. You know what I'm saying? Because I worked on my craft. These rappers out here that get criticized for failure, if they love it, they'll get better at it.
That's true.
I mean, I know, and I ain't mean to hijack Sin with the basketball stuff because I know he, but what I'm saying is if you fail at something but you love it, you'll work on it. You know what I mean? I cried all summer, dog. Shot free throws all summer just to get better. So if these dudes right here, like my man, Mr. Z Note or whatever, if he take this criticism to heart, he'll get better. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is.
We'll see. I don't think he's not in the chat. I'm pretty sure he's not in the chat because I don't think, he sent it to me on Twitter. So I didn't say nothing to him. So.
Right. But hey, I mean,
fellas, man, I'm about to head up out of here. I am going to be on tomorrow night. I'm not sure what we're going to review tomorrow night, though. I guess, what we were talking about earlier, we'll probably take a look at that. So,
all right, word.
We'll probably,
Wait, what were you talking about earlier? Joyner? No, we were talking about Joyner.
No, Scarface having.
Okay.
No. The other albums we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
Oh, Currency and Alchemist and
Currency.
And you gotta play that Fetty, man. I'm playing so even though it's 2018 years old, it's a bit. Charburger put me on that. Sheesh.
So we'll take a look at those tomorrow night. But I'm out of here, man. I done heard enough bad music for the night. I heard enough.
That's crazy because we were on for 4 hours the other night. This one, Sim was just disgusted by.
Heard enough bad music, man. Heard enough bad music, but I'm gonna get out of here and I'll just catch y'all tomorrow night.
All right,
man.
All right. Peace, man.
Peace, everybody. Peace out.
Yeah. Peace.
Later.
I'll catch y'all tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be on NBK at 10:30. And then after NBK, I'll be coming straight over here. So make sure you catch me tomorrow night and be peaceful, man. Be safe, be peaceful, and all of that. All right? And I'm out of here. Peace.